Hello, Internet. Mike Bertolini here, playing Call of Cthulhu. I am so excited to finally be playing this. I know it came out a week ago, but I'm able to sit down and, turn my controller on and play. So excited. I remember fondly when I first got into Call of Cthulhu. First time I read this H.P. Lovecraft, I just bought the book of stories based on the cover art. I know that's a little hard to say, but I judged the book by its cover, and I'm glad that I did. Because that book gave me a reason to love H.P. Lovecraft and these stories. Without getting too much into it, I know you're not here for a book, you're for the game. Let's get into it. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private case quickly or risk losing his license. It's always detectives, isn't it? It's like the staple. It's like the trope in Dungeons and Dragons. We're always starting a game in tavern. In Call of Cthulhu, it's always a detective. Somehow, a detective is always involved. Whether it's video games, like this game, or Dark Corners of the Earth, or the regular role-playing games, detectives are typically used most often. It's the easiest one for keepers to use. Getting used to some of the controls. I've watched the opening already, so Yes, it did. Sorry about that, guys. Game crashed, so basically I'll start over from the beginning. It's not what I enjoyed, but you know, I'm gonna do what we can. As I was saying, Call of Cthulhu, the short story, is obviously the first short story that I really got into. But the story that like grabbed me and held me in was Shadow over Innsmouth. Um, just not only the protagonist's point of view as being an active member in the story rather than sort of an outside observer or being recounted the story was different from most of Lovecraft's other stories. But Call of Cthulhu is still enjoyable. And it kind of showcases some of his semi-racist attitudes, um, where all the heroes were white, and those who were villainous were off-white, or not white whatsoever. Um, White people from Rhode Island were far superior to even other white people. So Lovecraft would have thought I was inferior to him because while I'm Caucasian, I have Mediterranean skin, so I'm also tanned a little bit. It's weird. But all right, let's get into this. Hopefully this works this time because I kind of want to see what's at the top of those stairs, and I don't want to have to keep going through this again and again. Um, yeah. If you hear some noises, I have a pet bird. I have neighbors, so sometimes the might pick up those sounds. Right now, I heard the neighbor's door close, and the bird is quiet and cleaning himself. So hopefully everything will stay quiet, and you can enjoy the game. That being said, let's get into this. No, 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 not again. Please, not again. It'll take very long to get through this game if it crashes around every corner. I might have to clean up my hard drive a little bit, clean up some space, make this game run a little bit better. I don't know. Oh, there's a gate just over there. If only I could get there. But I'm frozen and loading. Just in the event the game crashes again, at any point my plan is to play for about an hour today, but we'll see.
What a putrid offering. Don't fight. You have been chosen. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you'll attempt to change your destiny.
Oh boy.
I hate whiskey.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna have a drink. He's supposed to be somewhat obsessed with alcohol. So he's gonna drink.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares. I should get rid of all this stuff. I'm listening.
Are you Edwin Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay. One's strength. Psychology. I don't know how that's gonna do, but
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes, everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin. What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston, but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century, but it seems to have been shunned since then.
The actor for Edward Pierce sounds familiar. I'll kind of mental note to myself to find out who the actor is. See who did the voice, because it sounds familiar to me.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. The shipping label, address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. I'm not going to know how my narration sounds until after I play back this recording, because the voice I hear in my head is not the same voice that comes out of my mouth. I realize I talk with like a slight lisp in times, but my mental voice seems a lot more baritone to me, a lot deeper than the voice I tend to project. I'm liking that the game is saving relatively regularly. so it won't be as troublesome, like loading the game up again. I know some games the loading is you saving is like at the beginning of an area, and then so like if something happens in the middle or towards the end, you have to play the whole level again just to reach where you had been, and that can be annoying.